Then Nicholas, I'm just going to let you take it away. We are excited.
All right, awesome, awesome. So, greetings, guys. Welcome to tonight's Monday mentoring call. It's a pleasure to have the helm again tonight. Uh, to our beautiful hostess, Michelle, thank you so much for the honor and the privilege and the pleasure that it is uh, to serve this community, to be a blessing to this community. So I really appreciate it. Every time I get to do this, it is such a rush for me because I don't know if you guys actually got to see the trailer that I put out. It's on my TikTok and my YouTube channel. And it's so funny, man. I got that as an idea from a video that Harley, if most of you know Harley, she posted a video and one of the sounds she used, it fit perfectly. And I just immediately went into my headspace and I was like, I have to create something to go with this. And it just started. And I'm gonna share a little bit of my creative process if you don't mind. So literally like sat there and I envisioned like being in a dark room and just a silhouette of myself in a room just thinking about all the things that swirl in our head, right? Because we're all marketers, we're all creators, we're all business owners. But let's be real, we have a lot of things that swirl around in our minds when the cameras are off and when the lights are not, when there's no smoke and mirrors, when there's nobody watching, there's always these thoughts that cross our minds. So I just had that vision of being in a room just with all those thoughts. And what do you do in that room with those thoughts in your head? It was literally an outward expression of what's inside our head and how we can get trapped, how we can feel like there is no way out of that room, right? And so I just built on that. And obviously, you guys know I'm a man of God. So I prayed about it and I asked God for direction as to what to do. And I literally sat there for like maybe a day or so, not literally sitting for a whole day, but just kind of putting it together in my head. And today, when my kids took a little break from homeschool, I just went to work. I set everything up and I just went for each shot. And it was literally like, I would say altogether like 5 minutes worth of shooting, right? But it ended up with 16 seconds of video. But I was really happy with what God gave me because it was a perfect expression for what we're going to talk about tonight. So, the title of tonight is going to be the visionary mindset. Like the last time, like you guys who are just joining the community, you guys know, you guys probably don't know me. So, we'll get to the intros here in a second. But tonight's topic is going to be the visionary mindset, the power of your self talk. And for those of you who don't understand what that is what you hear and also what you believe in your mind, in your thoughts, right? When you are on your own, when you're by yourself, when there's no one requiring anything of you, what flows throughout your mental process is your self-talk. And it's not something that is set in stone, as some believe, but it can be changed, it can be honed, it can be mastered. So I wanted to touch on that tonight. But for those of you who are not aware, if you don't know me, my name is Nicholas Francis. I call myself Mr. Millionaire Insight. That is part of my company. Millionaire Insight is what I'm about, but also I am about mentoring, inspiration, and just helping people find purpose. And it's so funny that we talk about purpose, but before we can even get to purpose, we really have to master what we see about ourselves. And I love talking about this because people have this misconception that what we see about ourselves has everything to do with what everyone else says, right? So I've said this before, both in my lives and inside this setting, that we are a perception of a perception, right? So we're not just a perception of who we think we are, we're a perception of who others think we should think we are, if that makes sense, right? So it's about what you've been taught to believe, right? And notice we're going to dive deep into this because people think in business that it has very little to do with what you believe about yourself, especially in this arena. You're talking about digital marketing or affiliate marketing or whatever it is, right? And you think that, oh, I'm just giving somebody something. I'm just telling somebody what I have. I'm just showing somebody that it can work for them. And I'm just giving somebody whatever it is they think they need or how I think I can help them, which is great. And it's where most of us stop because we may believe in the benefits of what we sell, but do we really believe what we sell? It is the difference of you making a couple $100 to you making the money you really need to make, making the life changing income you need to make, because it goes beyond you just serving someone to you giving of yourself because you realize that it comes from a true place, that you believe in it so much that you're not even concerned about the transaction. You're concerned about the impact and the change you bring to someone else. You are focused on the fact that you are grounded and rooted in your journey and where whatever you're selling, whatever you're promoting, it changed your life so fundamentally that it's about you saving people. It's about you saving people from the room that you were in, the doubt, the frustration, the angst that you felt like you could never get out. You felt like you could never be free. You felt like there was no possible way that you could even think to achieve the things you have. If you're in this room right now, if you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, most of you will say that you prayed for this, myself included. For a very long time, I prayed for this. I believe God that somewhere, somehow, He heard my voice and He heard me say, I wanted a better life for myself. But not just a better life for myself, I always looked beyond me. Because if I'm being honest, everybody looks beyond me, right? And I started in that place where I felt like, okay, since nobody saw me, since nobody paid attention to me, I would focus on everybody else. But I really went through what I call my backside of the desert, where I got to know what is valuable about me because God told me I was valuable. He said He made me with fear and trembling, which means every bit of who I am was on purpose. Every flaw, every freckle, every word that comes out of my mouth is literally on purpose. So, which means that you are even more valuable than you could ever recognize. And it's until I started to buy into that, till I started to really internalize that, my world didn't change. But here's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is not what people call you, it's what you answer to. It's literally how you choose to respond to somebody saying, this is who I think you are. Even in business, you have to realize, especially on social media, it's not what people call you, it's about what you answer to. So, yes, you may feel pensive and anxious about creating content, recording video, being on a live, and people judging you, and people calling you this or calling you that, or speaking this over you. But how many you know it's about what you believe in here? The words that cross your mind when you're on a live or when you're recording a video, the reason it even bothers you is because you secretly believe it. You secretly think that there's something wrong with you. You secretly think that I always mess up. So I don't want to be seen because they might see not what I see, but what I believe. And when it actually hits you and that mindset just swirls around you, you're frozen in fear because not what you're being judged as, but your confirmation in your own belief. So long before you ever got a product to sell, long before you had a business to promote, an idea, a why, you had chains around your mind because you were surrounded by everything that held you prisoner by what you believed that people told you you were. And it is about time. It is about good time that you be free today, because the Bible says, who the Son sets free is free indeed. That means he came that you might be free from those prisons, that you might be free to know that he created you with a purpose, that you would be free to know that no matter what anyone has said to you, you only believe what he says about you. Because here's the thing, people could call you anything. People could refer to you as everything. I've been in customer service for 17 years. I've been called every name in the book. Trust me, I've been called everything but a child of God. But here's the thing, it's what I answered to. Again, it's what I chose to believe about me. Again, it's what I chose to represent outwardly, because here's where we miss it. We're not physical beings living and interacting with a spiritual world. We are a spiritual being using this body that we have to interact with other human beings. And it's what we allow into us, what we allow, the words that we allow to affect our lives, which is what makes the difference. The thing that we have to realize real early, before we even pick up our phones to record, before we even enter the digital growth community, is what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your ability to impact the world? And people will approach me and they say, Nick, I don't understand. Every time you talk, it feels like this world shaking thing. It has to be about the world. It has to be about impact. It has to be about changing history, changing lives. It always sounds so grand. But ladies and gentlemen, I am one human being sent to this earth to do a mission. And it was nothing less than to impact the world, because it needed to be that big. Otherwise, anything less and you would be taken out by those chains. Anything less than impact, anything less than seeking immortality by searching for a way to change lives even beyond when I leave this earth, it would take me out. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not God. I'm not this giant of a man that I can overcome everything people call me. But again, it's what you answer to. It's about who you believe that you are, not who you believe you want to be. It's not enough to want something. It's not enough to say that I want financial freedom, or I want time freedom, or I want to impact the world. You have to believe that because you were created with fear and trembling, because you were created with a purpose, because you were created with a masterful design, that you are worthy of changing the world. You have to believe this for yourself. See, we come to these things every week, but here's something I think we all miss from time to time. Michelle, myself, Tim, Amy, we will sit up here and we will say things. And let's be real here. This is the point where I'm gonna close the door behind me because we just entered a locker room. Can I be real with y'all for a second? Can I tell you some truth real quick? You come up here and you tell us what we want to hear. You say all the good things. You agree to the things that you think we want to hear. But when the Zoom goes off, what do you really believe? Do you really believe that this works? Do you really believe that your life can change? Because if you did, you would never run out of something to say. If you truly believe what it is you tell people that you think this is done for you, you would never doubt when you go record a video. You would sound different because it's no longer something that you see on the screen. It's something that lives in your heart. Every time I get in front of somebody, or I get on a live stream, or I record a video, I put forth what I believe is life changing. And too many of us are stuck, just as Michelle says, selling the plane. Selling the plane. We will talk about features all day. You ever see those Best Buy representatives? They dress real smart, they walk upright, they have that smile on, and then they hate their job, but they could tell you everything about that TV you're about to buy. But here's the thing where people miss the translation is that you need to believe. Until you believe that your life has been changed by this, your life has been fundamentally altered in a positive way. If your life truly changed, that would change what you believe about yourself. You can't really know who you are until you have been tested. And a lot of us in here, if I could just tell the truth to shame the devil, we've been going through some stuff that have been testing us. And listen to me, I say we because I have been through that. I asked this today on my live, and I want to ask it again tonight, and I hope y'all can indulge me. But how many of you, if you've seen me on a live or you've seen me in my videos, if you have seen me and you can tell that Nick has been going through something, or Nick has been feeling something, or Nick has been depressed in some way, put a 1 in the comments. If you couldn't tell, put 2 in the comments. I want to show you something, right? I want to show you something. So if you could see it, put. I think I forgot how I said it. If you can't see it, put 1. If you can see it, put 2. I want to show you this though. For me, it doesn't matter what's going on unless I have a situation here that I cannot avoid. I show up. I feel bad sometimes, honestly. and I'm just sharing my heart with you. I feel bad sometimes because I feel like even with some of my own customers, I can't ask you to do certain things that I would do. See, a good leader, a good mentor will do the very same things that they're asking you to do. We don't have to look any further than Michelle herself. She got food poisoning a couple months ago and she was still recording videos. She was still going out there putting out content. And I could literally see. I remember one of the videos, she was sitting in front of the computer playing like this, and she was going along with the audio, but I know she was in pain. I know she was hurting. But you know what's in her mind? I gotta show up because I can't let them down. I gotta show up because if they see me show up, maybe they'll show up too. If they see me show up, maybe they'll believe that they can do it too because they've gone through something too and they see me go through this too. So if I can do it, they can do it. This is exactly why I was on a live stream, sick as a dog, sipping Tropicana orange juice, and people begged me to get off the live. Nick, go lay down. Nick, go get some rest. Nick, go take care of the babies. Nick, take care of yourself because you just look sick. You sound terrible. Get off of here. Right? But it's what I believe about me because the message that I have inside of me that's burning like 1,000 suns is that I could change your life because my life changed. How does a disabled kid from the Caribbean end up in the United States of America to change more than 7,000 lives plus? Not to mention the 15, almost 20 years that I've been talking about being an online business, about setting people free. Do you guys realize on a daily basis, there are people that are being laid off? And see, we always talk about layoffs. We always talk about layoffs and we always talk about how unfortunate it is for somebody to be fired. But here's the thing, what about people whose hours were cut? What about people who just got their rent raised 3 times in less than a year? What about people who realized that their childcare costs tripled? They still have their jobs though, but their expenses tripled. And they're looking for something. But yet, we're still stuck in that dark room. We're stuck in that room that people talking about get a real job. Talk about, oh, well, isn't it just about pushing a record button? Isn't it just about selling, what did you call it? A digital product? Oh, really? That's what you do? Oh, and you get these people that give you that pull me one face like, oh, that's so cute. You sell stuff online, don't you? What are you talking about? I change lives. I literally give people hope. Why do you think Michelle literally has on a shirt that says I'm a hope dealer? We give people hope. And if you realize what you really gave people here, if you realize how we make a difference here, you would know and you would stand tall. You would sit up straighter. You would speak with unction and with passion because you know every time you step to make a piece of content, you are out here to change the world. Every time. Because you have to believe it. Before you change someone else's life, guess whose life has to be changed too? And if your life has yet to be changed, then you need to plug in some more. Because it doesn't take long. People will ask you a dozen times a minute, how long does it take to find success? But here's the thing. It only takes one moment. It only takes one moment. I mean, because of the FTC and the FCC, we really can't say that, but it literally takes a moment, because of the fact that as soon as you realize how powerful what you do is, it doesn't matter what you promote, it doesn't matter what you attach to the end of that funnel. If you are here to impact people, if you are here to establish something that means anything in this world, you have to first experience it. How many of you really experience what we have here? How many of you really? Do you ever wonder why Michelle says spend 10 minutes in the community? Because you cannot be in here for 10 minutes and not at least see someone else's life change. And you can listen to me. I learned this saying way back in my network marketing journey. And I know, Michelle, you probably heard this too. People make big decisions at big events. Why? Because you cannot help but see the power in community. You cannot help but see the power to change lives when literally 10,000 people are gathered together to achieve one goal. That is the way we have been designed. We have been designed to exist in a community. We have been designed to feed off of positivity or negativity. It's your choice. It's literally your choice. And it's literally how you will feel when you're at these events where it's like, I know my life is going to change. See, I didn't go into this. I didn't go into this hoping my life would change. I didn't go into this hoping that maybe I could make 600 bucks. Forget the 600 bucks. Is that too real? Is that too real? Forget the 600 bucks. The real truth here is you have to deliver so much value that people don't even question it. That is a no, like, are you insane? It's only 600 bucks? Do you guys realize that the average digital marketing degree at a secondary level for education costs $136,000 and to maybe get $80,000 a year? But yet, here we give you that same opportunity on steroids. Look, man, $900,000. And she didn't even invest 600 because at the time it wasn't even, they didn't even have a 600. So, okay, so we really think Michelle's a unicorn of some type. You really think I'm a unicorn of some type, or Tim, or Victoria, or Amy, or whoever you can name in this group. Do you all think that we all, like, we're hunched together, holding secrets from you, keeping back the one little bit of secret sauce? No, it's who we believe that we are. It's the power of how our lives change. And every single day, we find different ways to let people know how our lives changed. I'm going to share something with you. I don't know if you're brand new. So if you're brand new, you probably haven't heard me talk about this. But I found this 6 months, almost to the day my dad passed. It's been about a year now. Well, a little over a year now. And probably the last 2 years of his life, he said to me, he said, Nick, I'm tired of working. I'm tired of getting up at 6 in the morning, going to the port and spending 12, 13 hours. And at the end, my body is fighting against me. I can barely hold up to watch TV. I literally watched my dad when I lived in Florida with the spoon like this, and he sleep. And he told me, he said, son, I would love to do something else. He spent most of his life when he wasn't at work doing audio visual for our church. And it happened to be any church that we happened to call a church home at that time. And he spent his life doing that to the best of his ability. But he said to me, son, I want to do something different. And we had spent time doing a couple things here and there just to try to get him into an online business to make some income, an extra income, so just the financial pressure could be off. Just so that he didn't have to worry about money. Kevin Spencer, I call him Superman, he said financial pressure is blood pressure, right? Just to alleviate the pressure a little bit. Because all my father thought he deserved after almost 50 years, in his last 10 years of life, he caught the vision again that he deserved more than to just work somebody's job till they put him in the ground. Do you realize the life that we could give people if we show up even on the hard days? 6 months to the day, I come across this post. You all know him. Justin changed my life not once, but twice, because I found him in a $15 investment way back when. Literally changed my life. Gave me one of the closest friends I have online. Do you realize that a lot of you, I haven't even met y'all? I mean, we will in September, but you guys got to prepare for that. But this is the thing. That second time, he was like, I found this thing. And I don't know enough about it yet, but I know that Michelle is doing something. And I want you to check it out with me. And when I made that decision, I would yet know that 15-year-long journey, born in frustration, mired in just agonizing failure and just inadequacy, that maybe I could find something that would, I was just expecting that I would get another piece to my business. But what I got was freedom. What I got was support. What I got was a community of people that said, Nick, you have something to offer. And I showed up here with a heart to give. Not to say I came up here with the expectation. I've been a digital marketer for 8 years now at the time, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take over and all. No, I came in here to serve. I came in here to give. The Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men pour into your bosom. If you give, you will receive. You give more and you will receive way more than you ever imagined. Why do you think Michelle has been so successful? Is it just because of where she lives? Is it just because of who she is? Is it just because of the tools that she put together? Oh, it's the community. Oh, it's her lifestyle. She's talking about cruises every 10 minutes. because she can't seem to not be allergic to her living room because she's going to Dallas games like every 2 weeks. Is it just that? Is it just that? Or is it that she realizes to give is better than to receive? That she has given so much that God, listen to me. I'm gonna say something else that may be a little real for my Christian brothers and sisters in the room. Do you realize that, saved or unsaved, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or not, God has these laws that whether you believe in him or not, as long as you fulfill the laws, you get the consequences, good and bad. Let me educate you on what's happening here. Michelle gives so much that people don't even question the validity of what is being said because she is educating on such a high level, showing that her life has changed, showing what she believes, showing that every day she shows up, that somebody's life can change because she believed, because her life changed. I watched her today, and it may have been a couple days ago, Michelle, I think it was, by the time I seen the video, and I watched you realize that Carissa was in the room. And just to see, it was almost like the day after you first bought it. And you could just see the tsunami of emotion just hit her. She got one of them little tiki umbrellas, and just the tsunami of emotion just washed over her because her life changed. Because so much of what that little post did was like an acorn to a mighty oak. And now that oak tree has become a forest for every one of us to get the shade of freedom in business. Do you realize what you have here? Do you realize, and it's not even about myself or Michelle or anybody else that you see that you admire, but it's about you. Every day you choose to not show up is a day you take from someone else. Oh, is that too real for you? Every day you choose to let your own dark room get the best of you is a day you take someone else's freedom from them. Every day you choose not to be that person that you know you were created to be. Every day that you choose not to tell people just how much your life changed, just how much this has been impactful, just how much this helped you believe in yourself, and how much it increased your mental prowess in here, not just the skills you learned, but who you became. See, you don't realize that it's not just about the skills. If you follow me on live stream, you already know I talk about skills. But see, what people miss is how powerful the transformation really is. I sat on a live stream last Friday, and I gotta be honest with you, I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know where to start. I didn't have, I don't usually have notes, but I didn't know what to talk about. So I was like, you know what, let me switch some things up. And I invited someone that requested to be on the live. I invited them in. Whoa, it was a little much, but I did it. It just so happened to be a gentleman who was promoting a product in the health and wellness world, and he saw a couple of my videos before. Notice that key part. I'm gonna circle back to that. He saw my videos before, right? So he's on the live stream and he's telling me about the product, how great it is, and it's revolutionary, and this, that, that. He's selling the plane, right? He's selling the plane, and I'm like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I'm gonna let you finish, but how does it change you? How does it make a difference for you? And he got stuck for a second. He was like, well, I don't really know. But I believe in the product. I was like, yeah, that's half the battle, but you gotta talk to that right there. You gotta speak to that right there. Why did you decide to promote this? Why did you believe in this? You believe in this enough to say, I'm gonna stand behind it. That was one of my unwritten rules that I got to believe in whatever it is I promote because I use it, because I allow it to change me, right? So I'm on this live stream and telling this guy if you spend, I think Cassie, I don't know if she's in here tonight, but she was on there and literally watched it go down. I didn't realize how much I learned. I didn't realize how much I learned. I literally spent 30 minutes guiding this guy step by step in how to promote a product that I had never seen or used. But I used what we learned here. How has it changed you? And just by me taking on that position, I presented the product better than he did. And I may have learned this about his product maybe 5 or 7 minutes, right? So this is what I'm trying to say to you. It is not just about the skills you learn, how to set up your funnel, how to optimize your squeeze page, how to set up your website, how to structure your video and SEO and chat GPT and all these things. It's about who you become in this process. And as you become a better version of you, as you begin to walk in that person, your life is going to change. Watch every person that they puttered a little bit and then they took off. Amy, Tim, Victoria, Cecilia, every one of them had that moment where they didn't make the connection yet, but they realized that, yeah, I am worthy of making 100 grand. I am that person that is powerful enough, that have a powerful enough story and belief in myself that I can do it, not just for me, but for everyone I come across. And you could really feel that when you're on their live streams, they're watching their videos. And it's not to say that we don't have trials, because listen to me, that trailer that I made, everything that was said in that video, at one point or another, I believe those things. At one point or another, we all did. Back in 2020, I had this moment and I really was searching. And I was really impressed, like thinking, like, Nick, what are we gonna do? It's about to be the turn of another time period, and I haven't achieved the things I wanted to yet. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be a trainer. I want to be a coach. I want to be this. And the Holy Spirit simply said this to me. What is the difference between you and Les Brown right now in 2020 with the way the world is? Is he still getting on his phone too? Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, all these motivational speakers you admire. What is the difference between you and them right now? This, aside from the money, right? What is the difference? And I only came back with one answer: nothing. And he said to me, just do it. Don't say you want to become this. walk in it. Walk in it. I talked about this last time. The power of I am. Not I want to be, but I am. That's how you change what you believe in here. Because when people judge you, when people talk about how your makeup looks, or how your shirt is ruffled, or how your kids are running around the background, you can say, yeah, that's what you say, but I know who I am. That's where the confidence comes from. It wasn't until that I decided that I would walk in the fact that I am a motivational speaker, that I am a coach, that I am a mentor. And I recorded my signature talk. Literally 7 days after I recorded my signature talk, I let Michelle hear it. And when she did, she was blown away. And I was like, really? Me? Me. And then it was like 2 weeks later, she said, she was like, it's so funny. She shared this on the live. She was like, I play your videos so much in the morning that my granddaughter walked in the room and she was like, hey, there's Nick. And I was like, what? I was like, oh man, I feel so humbled, because I was like, somebody's family has been watching me, has been finding value in me. And it's because I committed to walking in being that person. So again, I ask you, who do you believe that you are? I had it happen again. Recently, somebody told me they seen me on the live that was currently on, and they're like, oh, there's Nick. It's like, what? Like, that's absolutely humbling, right? Because people have now begun to see what God always knew about me, that I am worthy of everything He has planned for me. That no matter what it is that anybody else brings to me, it's my choice to accept it or not. So when you go out there tomorrow, when you face the world, as a matter of fact, when you get off this Zoom, I need you to sit with that. Who do I believe I am? Let me give you a couple of things real quick. There's a scripture that I live by religiously. If I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4, verse 13. It has gotten me through some of the hardest times in my life. Because at that point, at points like those, I would literally believe that I have no more in the tank. I can't give anymore. I can't get up there. I forgot the name of the group now. There's a song called a group called Mercy Me, right? They talk about it. It's a song called Even If You Don't. I challenge you to go listen to it, right? One of the verses that really stuck to me was, and the guy's basically talking about, it's easy to sing when everything is going well. It's easy to stand on the stage night after night, reminding the broken that they can be all right, but right now, I just can't. What am I supposed to do when I feel broken? What am I supposed to do when I feel like I can't go on? What am I supposed to do when I don't feel like everybody's person? What am I supposed to do when the whole world seems to be standing on my chest? And I remember that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. There's another one, Philippians 4, verse 6. It says, be anxious for nothing, but all things through prayer and supplication. Give thanks. A lot of us fail to be thankful. A lot of us fail to be grateful. I was talking to my daughter last night, and I said to her, I said, honey, I love you, but you don't know how good you have it. You don't know how good you have it. Listen to me. This little girl, her birthday was on January 5th, and 5th. And if you guys remember, it was just Christmas a couple weeks ago. And then her brother had his birthday in September. And guess where we just came from, like maybe 6 weeks ago? So she had brother's birthday, cruise, where we was traipsing all up and down the Caribbean like we owned the whole place, and then Christmas, and then her birthday. And she got like 4 sets of grandparents. So she's getting gifts from all corners of the earth right now. And listen, this girl got a 4.5 foot Barbie mansion. It literally took me and my wife like 17 hours to build. Now I'm just playing, not 17 hours. It probably took like maybe 4, but still, you know what I mean, right? I said, you don't know how good you have it. And I say that to you, you don't know how good you have it. You don't know the rare air that you breathe. You don't know that people are on their knees before God. Please send me something. Send me somebody that can tell me the truth. Send me somebody that could actually give me something that I can use to get me just enough room so I can feel like I can breathe now. But yet, you are breathing just fine. You may not be making the income you want, but you don't have the strain of overhead cost. You don't have the strain of having to come up with content. You don't have the strain of curating content for people that actually come into your business. It's done for you. When we say this is done for you, I usually use 90%, but really, it's 100% done. All you got to show up and tell people. Show up and talk about how it changed your life, because it's already been done for you. I am a firm believer that if everybody really realized what we have here, everybody would be jumping over tables, beds, and chairs to get to this opportunity. Do you guys realize how many people within IPS are clamoring to be here? Clamoring to be in DGC because they don't have the support you deign to use. Is that too real, Michelle? Is that too real? Inside here is some of the rarest air that you could ever imagine. Do you realize a platform that was not created by Michelle, she just given the opportunity to use it, said, hey, you did such a good job. Now you sit at the top in your industry in 14 months. That's what you have here. Do y'all realize one of the prayers I pray is I pray that that Michelle never lets the enemy in to where she starts to believe that she is giving us too much. and that she's tired of it. But knowing the kind of person that she is, that'll never happen. Because I want y'all, okay, so maybe fictitious because she's shaking her head right now that will never happen. But let's look down the barrel of that for a second, please, if you would allow me. What would happen? What would happen? I guarantee you, a bunch of people in here be like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Maybe I jump ship to something else, forgetting that we teach you the foundations here. We teach you how to build the house. We teach you how to establish a firm and a rooted foundation that you can go do anything. We teach you digital marketing. This place is a place that has been meant for growth. Hi. Growth, where you learn and grow. But how many of you know you don't learn and grow till you go into the ground and put the seed down? That you don't grow until that seed dies. That those limiting beliefs, that those self-doubts, that those, I don't know if this is gonna work for me, that surrounds that seed that is your hopes and dreams, germinates into something that can actually be beautiful. But too many of us are holding on to that. Too many of us are holding on to not being thankful, not being grateful, not being humble, not being willing to share how it's changed us. So I challenge you today to remember Mark 9, verse 23. Everything is possible for one who believes. Everything. With God, there is nothing that is impossible. Let me challenge you to something. You may not believe like I believe, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, you do know one thing. You came here to change your life. You're in the right place at the right time with the right opportunity, with the right mentors, and with the right training. That's 5 rights. The only wrong is when you choose not to show up. So I challenge you today. Believe in who you know you are. Believe in that person that lets go of self-doubt, that lets go of limiting beliefs. And regardless of what's happening around you, you persist because you know one person's life could be changed. I said to myself that on this journey of life, if I could change just one life, the breath in my lungs would be worth it. So I challenge you to do the same thing. And while I do that, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to the next time I get to share. Thank you, guys.
Wow, Nicholas, you're awesome. But I
Thank
wanted
you.
you guys to know what he said. I don't know why he said that. So don't let him freak out, Nicholas. I'm not going nowhere. We're building this
No, she's
community
not.
to millions. I've just begun delivering value in here. You guys haven't seen nothing yet. I'm getting better.
Exactly.
I will give more. So it's going to be awesome. So, wow, Nicholas, that was fantastic. I have pages of notes. That was so good. So do you have time for a few questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you guys, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
I allotted an extra 30 minutes.
Okay.
I allotted for 9:30. So
Awesome. So if you guys have a question, raise your hand and then I will unmute you and we can ask Nicholas some questions. Let me put this on gallery. Anyone have a question? Comment, anything? All right, Christine.
Big sigh, big breath, because I need you to know that me finding this community is an answer to prayer.
amen.
And every time I get on here, and I don't talk very often because I get all choked up and tears well up, and it's really hard for me to talk. But it's because I feel so grateful and thankful for the tools that you have given us. It's not just the tools we get from IPS. It's the tools that you can't really put a finger on, but you know that they're there because they come into your heart and mind by all the teaching that we receive in this community. And I love you to pieces, Michelle, and I love everyone in this community. It's wonderful. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, well, we love you, my friend, and this is why we do this. And this is, you
Mhm.
guys, the power of community is it's not like just you're getting, an IPS digital product and good luck. Like you have the community there to help you and support you every step of the way. And yay, it's going to be an amazing year. And I'm just so grateful for social media that you guys realize social media brought us all together and we are all over the world. So very, very powerful. Very powerful. Thank you for sharing, Christine. That was awesome. Okay. Susan?
Hello, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm so glad that I bought extra tissues this weekend because whenever they say Nicholas, I know it's going to be like life shattering and just so uplifting. And I tell you what, between Carissa and between all of these things, I have cried so much that I look like I've aged about 5 years. Okay. It's a good thing that God sees me as a 27-year-old. I love that.
Yep.
I just want to thank you, Nicholas, because I don't know if you all know the story, but when I first came in here, I had gotten into a different community over there in IPS, and I was like, oh heck no. Okay, these are not my people. You are all my people. Okay. And I tell you every morning when I wake up, because I really had no purpose to live. I lost my family and I just was stuck. And I have to tell you, there was a time I thought it was okay, but now that I'm in here, I have known that when I thought I was okay, I was not okay. But now I'm getting okay. So if I never sell anything to anyone, you have given me more in my life, Michelle and Nicholas and Christine and everyone in here is just, it's just like you said, it's breath in my lungs. And every morning when I wake up, I thank God for all of you, especially you, Michelle, because you are a life-changing human being and you are just so, I don't even know the words. I know it has something about the Cowboys. I'm not sure, but I just know that you're the most beautiful person inside and out. And I will never, ever, ever be able to thank you enough. So thank you.
Oh, well, bless you, my friend. And that's sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
bless
we
you
are
too.
very grateful that you found your way here. That's for sure. Yes. And thank you. Yes. Awesome. Oh, I knew Tim would get a chuckle out of that one. I was waiting for Tim's response. All right, Katie. Can you unmute? You should be able to. Oh, there you are.
There we go. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Thank you, Nicholas. That was very powerful. Very powerful. I just gotta get the courage. I'm so scared to do a video. Like, you guys have no idea how scared I am to do it. And I've been on this program for about a month and haven't done anything. I actually stepped away for 4 days, 5 days, because I didn't know what to do. And I don't know how to even start a video. I'm just, the social media to me, I never had social media before because of that situation.
Right.
But listening to you, Nicholas, it gave me a little bit of courage to start somewhere. So I want to thank you for that. And I'm going to try to do that later on today to start making videos.
Right.
So I want to thank you.
You're welcome. I just
Yeah, I'm
wanted
doing
to
this now
touch on
because
that.
I'm going to start somewhere because I like talking to people. I was like, sidewalk in front of the student.
Katie, you're cutting out a little bit, hun.
So I'm not used to it. So, but thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I'm
were cutting
sorry.
out there a
Yeah, my
little bit.
internet's not that well.
Yeah, it's okay. I just want to, first
I'm
of all,
sorry.
thank you for. No, it's okay. It's quite all right. But I just want to touch on this real quick because you brought something up that was very key, that you didn't know where to get started. Here's a quote that I took from a mentor of mine back in my network marketing days. You have to be bad to be good to be great. Don't assume because you see me and you hear how I speak and you see my content and you think that I came out the womb a content creator. I really didn't. I didn't come out the womb a motivational speaker. I didn't. If you went back, if you could, but right now you can't because my original Facebook got hacked. But my videos in 2015 were horrible. But you have to be bad to be good
That's
to be
what my
great. But if you never start, you'll never finish. But if you don't get committed to starting,
right.
you'll never start. So I want you to take that with you. And I hope it really helps motivate you and sparks that consistency in you to continue to go forward and do the best you can every day.
I will. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate it.
That's awesome. It's good. All right, Jeffrey.
I just want to say thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, brother.
Just thank you. Always
Thank
powerful.
you. Jeffrey, you're such an inspiration to me. You would never know just how much, my friend.
Goes both ways.
Right back at you.
Harley.
I just wanted to say thank you, Nick, that you've definitely helped put my umph back in my game, and I appreciate your inspiring words.
Thank you, Harley. Appreciate
Love it.
you.
Shelly.
Nicholas, I just want to say thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to Michelle. I don't know if you guys saw in the comments a minute ago, 2023 was a very difficult year for me. Went through after a 30-year divorce, have 2 boys, model family. Anyway, make a long story short, that was incredibly powerful. Michelle, you need to know that I was sick in bed for about 3 years. And I prayed, God, either take me or show me what my purpose is. Please. I mean, one of the two. I don't care which one it is. And I saw a video about, and maybe this will help somebody else, but I too have had major issues with going live. I think Amy told me it was bullshit. I've gotten really good at making faceless content. I mean, I've gotten very good at editing. But I saw a thing that said, when you get to heaven, God's going to show you what you could have been. And I just feel like I'm more, there's more for me, and I'm out of bed. And Michelle, that's thanks to you. Honestly, that's thanks to you. I wouldn't have gotten out of bed if I hadn't seen your videos, and I wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, I did do the $7 course before, and all the differences, the community and you, honestly, and you, Nicholas, and Tim and Victoria, and all the support is unbelievable. So I just want to say thank you.
Wow. Well,
Very
thank
much.
you. Wow.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
So
See
I
what
just
happens,
wanna
you
let know.
guys, when you show up on social media. You don't know the lives you're impacting.
It's
Exactly.
been unbelievable. And I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I know my journey is where it's supposed to be, and I'm taking it as I need to. I mean, I remember I just ended a 30-year marriage. So I'm very, I'm very high strung, and I'm very like, okay, now what's next? What's next? What's next? And I'm just taking it all in. I'm plugging into the community every day. I'm plugging into the videos every day. And I know that I'm getting more and more confident to just talk. I need to just talk. I'm a talker. So It's not like it's hard for me, so I don't know what I'm so fearful of, but anyway.
Can I share something with you, Shelly?
Yes, yes.
Literally everything you just said is content. Everything you just said. Like a lot of the times I just wish I'm recording each of you in segments so that we can just give it to you. It's like, okay, so yeah, that's what you use, because literally that is content. And here's where we get hung up, right? We get hung up with how much story is too much, and where do we swerve back in with presenting the digital products, right? Do y'all know some of my most unexpected sales is from when I was just talking about my story? And then people ask me what I do. And because they go to my profile while I'm talking, and they're like, I want to know what he does so I can do what he's doing to get what he has. They just go and they don't even think twice. They just go because they connect with me. I say, if any of you have been on my lives, you've heard me say this a million times. People don't buy products and services, they buy the people selling them.
It's true.
So that's what I will share with you. Tell those stories. Because you know what's going to start to happen is people are going to be doing this. Yeah, that's me. I'm high strung. I've been going through something in my marriage. I've been going through a divorce. I've been going through problems. And I think that you might know what it is that I'm going through. So can you help me? And that's when you say, yes, definitely can. And this
You're
is
right.
how.
You're right. And I have to get out of my head and get into my heart. I say that to myself every day. Get out of my head, get into my heart. And I'm gonna do it. My plan is honestly tomorrow. I am actually going to, I went live once already and I had 44 people on there. And Amy's like, you need to start doing videos. It's bullshit. Sorry, excuse my language, that you're not doing videos. You need to do videos. So tomorrow is the day. I promise. I promise. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You can do it, and you'll be glad you did.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So we have, do you say it Aisha? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm very new to the community and this is my first meeting I'm attending and I'm very happy to be a part of the community. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Just my question is, I have already settled my account and everything is done, but somewhere I'm stuck. I have my email has been verified and even the domain, but I'm having problem by I can't able to connect the funnels and all, getting some errors again and
Okay.
again. So how can I solve that problem?
Perfect. So tomorrow, on Tuesdays and Thursdays is tech calls. If you get on that tech call tomorrow, you can actually share your screen with them and they'll walk it all through the whole process with
Yeah,
you.
actually, my mentor, she told me about the paid option, but I'm not ready for that because it's difficult for me to go for the paid option.
Sure.
So I wanted the help here that while sharing the screen, if someone can help me how to connect the funnels and everything.
Yeah,
So it would be
tomorrow,
really
that's what that calls for.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, get on there tomorrow and they'll walk you through the whole process. That is actually a tech call. It's all exclusive just for tech questions. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'm
Yeah.
really fan of Madam Michelle. I have keep watching your videos and lives and everything. And you are
Awesome.
really a good inspiration for us. And far from it's morning 5 o'clock in my country. But I just woke up to attend the meeting because I had to I'm ready to work, ready to take action. So I
Wow.
woke up because I have to start this. Thank you so much.
That is amazing. Wow. Your dedication is awesome. Well, welcome, my friend. We're glad you're here. Hey, Nicholas, real quick, somebody's asking your YouTube channel. So can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. I am at Mr. Millionaire Insight across social media. So if you just search at Mr. Millionaire Insight, you can get my YouTube channel on there. as well, and any other social media platform except for Snapchat. I don't even know how I fell into the Snapchat game, but I did, you know. But yes, it's pretty simple. I'm putting it in here.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, we have, looks like one more person has a question. How do you say your name? Is it Marlene's? You can unmute.
Marlenis.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. My story is very short because I started in October and I didn't make sale, and I'm okay with that. I'm not rushing. I'm doing my video. I never in my life, I am never in social media, never talk, never in TikTok, never. I do now every 3 videos a day. I do video, I go, I see your videos too, and I'm learning, my confidence is getting up. I have health problems. I don't want to talk about, but I have a lot of health problems. But being this community, being Nancy was who I find her in TikTok, and I was skeptical. I believe I was very skeptical, like everybody now. They say, "Oh, it's a scheme, it's a pyramid, blah blah." But I went through. I went through because I believe in myself. Okay, I can help people. I can help my life to change. This is how I think, and I'm very grateful. I have goosebumps. I'm very grateful because I like the community. I work more than 2 hours. I'm here plugging 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes I start 7, it's 3 o'clock. I'm still learning and doing stuff and doing because I know there is somebody there waiting for me to change the life. I know. And I don't lose the confidence. I will never give up. Even if it's taking me 1 year, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because it's not about the making money. It's about how you change your life, how you feel yourself, and what you do. You know, and I feel okay. I feel very grateful to be with you. I'm very grateful for you, Michelle. I'm in Canada and Cuba for everybody. I never blog too much in the community because I'm introverted. My English is not so well because I speak the old English, okay? I speak the old English. I don't have the real vocabulary, and sometimes I cannot understand when the people write or something, but I try my best to communicate. And in the TikTok, I ramping, you know? Sometimes they sound crazy because I move my hand, I did, but I'm doing because I want to do it and I want to be successful. I don't want to become a millionaire. No, this is not my goal. This is just a step by step, learning, helping people, and the people realize that this is real. That's not a joke. This is real. But the people still say, oh, it's scheme, oh, pyramid. No, it's not. People need to come to the webinar to see what it's about. But it's hard to take them here. It's hard. They are so close mind that they don't open the mind to let me check. I go in, let me check. It's right, it's not right. I like it, not like it. Bye, ciao, I go in. That's 3 things, right? Right? It's like that. I'm very grateful for you guys. I don't know nobody in the community, but now somebody can see me. I'm very true person. I'm in the community. I'm fighting for change life. And thank you very much. I'm Cuban for everybody, but Canadian at the same time. Thank you very much. And thank you, Nicole Francis, for your inspirations. Your words are fire. I wish I can speak like you because your English is so good. This is what is lack on me. English, you know, English, because the fire I have it, the commitment I have it, the desire I have it, but this is my only problem. Thank you, everybody.
You are doing just fine, my friend. You're doing. I just bought again just now. Like you're doing just fine because your energy alone, your commitment alone will do leaps and bounds. And just remember that people will resonate. Some will resonate with me because of my story, but other people resonate with you because of who you are, your story, your energy. Like your energy is infectious. So just know that who you are is enough. Your English might not be perfect. I can't see the flaws, but okay, so just
Sometimes I
know
change the
that
sentence, you know?
that's fine too.
I'm worried. I say, let me see how you say in English. I don't remember. In Spanish, somebody speaks Spanish. No, I'm crazy.
That's okay. And this
But
is
I
the thing.
feel so glad to be here. Yeah.
Yes. But this is the thing, guys. If English is not your first language in this Zoom, do them in your language.
Mhm.
I did one,
Do them in
but
your native language.
mm,
Yeah, it's so crazy because I don't exactly speak another language, but it's a dialect because I'm Trinidadian. But for a while, I got scared to just, and that's 100% me, right? So I got scared to do one, and I did one, and so many people showed up, and so many people understood. And it's like, because you gotta understand, like when I was in high school, I was trying to explain to one of the students, I was my first day there, and I just wanted to get into my locker. And I just simply said that, could you please help me with my locker? I can't understand this. And she looked at me like the words were literally falling out of my mouth, but she couldn't understand me. So I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna do this. So I was nervous, but I did it, and people showed, people came through, people understood, people resonated. So if you gotta do it in your native tongue, do it in your native tongue, do it in
I
your
did.
native language.
I did even 1 60 second. I have 7,000 views, but I don't know the people. Some people speaking English or Spanish, they put hard, you know. But this is not the point. The point is to connect with them. Okay, connect with them.
Exactly.
That's the problem. The problem is because
Exactly.
even if I talk with energy, there's many skeptical people there. They don't know what's going on here. Plus, everybody
Exactly.
listen. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And I will keep on doing till the day I die, okay?
Yes. As long as you keep doing it.
I will never leave the community. No, I
Yeah.
will be here. I get older. Thank you very much, Michelle. I really appreciate for everything. I'm so good that Veronica and Romain, she made it. Ami, many things. Even there is one lady that she's 60 years old. I don't know her name. For her too, congratulations for everybody. And we will make it. Guys, we will make it.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, I love this so much. What a great way to end the call with that much energy, right? You guys, like, let's go. That's so awesome. But I do want to say, like, many people, we have a huge community of people from South Africa, and many of them actually have 2 TikToks, you guys. And they will do one, in their language in South Africa, then one in the United States. So they do have 2. So that may be an option for you as well. So,
Okay.
in your language.
TikTok, sorry, TikTok doesn't care if you have 2 accounts or more than one.
No, I just have one. I mean, I have one like under like one, I have 2 accounts. I have a backup account that I only use if I need to, if I get in TikTok timeout. But one account is under my phone number and one account is under my email. So that's what I did.
Let me see it. Let me check it out to see what happened.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Nicholas, again, thank you so much. Thank you for doing this and taking the time to do this. I know it was amazing for me, and the community felt it as well. And I just want you to know I appreciate you. I value not only what you deliver to the community, but your friendship as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait for you to come back.
Thank you. I said this secretly in my heart. I was like, if I could be just as good as 10. But seriously, I love the opportunity to do this and to be helpful. And like I said at the top of this, to be a blessing. So I really pray that all of you that are in here, even those who had to go, but that it was something that you guys can take away, actionable steps that you guys can really use, because at the end of the day, that's the goal of me doing this, to not just bring the hammer down, because you guys know that I've been blessed with the gift to bring the hammer down, but just so you can leave with something that you can take away that you can use today. So thank you.
You delivered a lot for us to take away with. Yes, for sure. Definitely, for sure. And that's one thing you guys are going to definitely be seeing a lot more of, inside our community, because we have so many people, that can bring so much to the table now. So you guys are going to be hearing, like tomorrow, our 6-figure and 6-month training that we do at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Cecilia is going to train you guys tomorrow on how she hit 6 figures. And, she did it in South Africa. She's a millionaire, in Rand money in South Africa. So she's going to train on that. And then Renee's coming on Thursday and training you guys. And then Amy's coming back on Monday, which ends up to be a good thing because I'll be at the Dallas game on Sunday. So I'm not having a voice on Monday. And so that worked out good. So we're just going to keep on, pouring into you guys in so many different perspectives to really help you, because I know if you guys take this information and if you just plug in, you can have a 6-figure income year if you want. So excited for you guys. So awesome. Any last questions before we get off of here? Well, thanks again, Nicholas. And I will get this uploaded as soon as I can, you guys. And then Nicholas, I'll get the raw footage to you as well. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my
Guys, have
friend.
a good
Thanks,
night. God
everybody.
bless.
Yeah.